Hi guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 28, and in today's vlog, I'm going to talk about whose team I'm on. And let me explain what I'm talking about when I say this. So about a year ago, I had a new patient come into my clinic, and she had basically lost one of her hearing aids, and she had gone somewhere else before she came to my clinic because she wanted to see about replacing that hearing aid. Well, she ended up going to a big box store, and this is not a knock on a big box store. This could have happened virtually anywhere that she went. But she went to a big box store and they're like, well, your hearing aid was essentially 2 weeks out of warranty, so we're gonna have to sell you new hearing aids because you can't get that replaced under your loss and damage insurance. And so she actually went on a trial with devices from that particular location, and those are what she brought into my clinic. Now, when she explained the situation to me, she's like, well, I'm not doing really well with these devices, but I'm not confident in that provider to actually make adjustments to get them to the point where they're functioning correctly. And she had also told me about this situation with her lost hearing aid. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, what brand is it? Oh, okay, well, you know, I work with that brand. I work with almost all the brands, all the major brands anyway. And she's like, yeah, well, I'm 2 weeks out of warranty, so I decided to get new hearing aids. I'm like, hold on. Let me contact my rep for that particular company and let's see what we can do. No promises here, but why don't we kind of like hit the pause button? Because if you really liked your other hearing aids and you're not liking these new hearing aids, why go with the new hearing aids if we can potentially get you your original hearing aid back, or at least a replacement for that hearing aid back? So a couple days had gone by, I got in touch with my rep, and sure enough, they were able to do me a favor and get her a replacement hearing aid even though she was outside of her loss and damage insurance warranty period. So she was, of course, over the moon, ecstatic. I mean, she had to pay like a $300 deductible to get that replacement hearing aid, and she was able to return the hearing aids back to the big box store and get several thousands of dollars back. So for her, that was an absolute win. And the point of that story is that, you know, I am willing to go out of my way in order to, you know, try to see what I can do to be an advocate for my patient in relation to anything. It could be the manufacturer, it could be something else. But the point is that I want to make sure that my patients are taken care of. And I know that there's a lot of hearing care professionals out there who would have done the exact same thing that I did in that scenario. But if that didn't garner trust in this patient's eyes, I don't know what would, because I could have tried to just sell her another hearing aid to match the hearing aid that she lost. You know, I could have charged her a lot of reprogramming fees to get those new hearing aids that she had up to the point where she was performing well with them. But instead, I decided to go the other route, which is for a loss and damage fee that mostly goes off to the hearing aid manufacturer to get that device replaced, was able to get her a replacement hearing aid for that. And, you know, the reason I'm bringing it up today is because this last week, she comes back into the clinic, and we kind of had to do some curbside stuff because of the COVID stuff going on out here right now. But she's like, well, my hearing aid stopped working. And I'm like, well, did anything happen? She's like, no, it just stopped working. I'm like, okay. So I take it back inside, and sure enough, the hearing aid's dead. It's not working at all. So I start, you know, changing a couple of components on it. I identified that it was the receiver wire that had gone dead. And I also put it in my Redux machine. So my Redux machine is, and this is not a Redux video, but my Redux machine actually does a dehydration of a hearing aid, and it tells me the moisture reading of that hearing aid. And like, oh, this thing had, this one hearing aid had 1.3 microliters of water inside of it. And so I go out to her car and I'm like, hey, so, you know, I got your hearing aid fixed. And she was worried that we were gonna have to send it in, you know, and have like a $400 repair fee on this. And it was simple as just switching out the receiver wire. But I'm like, hey, you know, I found a bunch of moisture inside of your hearing aid. Are you sure that nothing weird happened? And she's like, oh, I got in the shower with it and I got it really, really wet, and I didn't want to tell you because I didn't know what was going to happen, if we were going to have to send it in for repair and all that. And I'm just like, I am on your team. We are on the same team, okay? I am not on the manufacturer's team. I'm not on anybody else's team. I'm on your team. I see myself as a lawyer. Like, you have to tell me the truth, okay? Because I'm going to fight for you. No matter what I have to do, I'm going to fight for you and your best interests as my patient. I don't care if it costs me more money to recommend you something that would save you money. Like, it's just, I need to figure out how to help people understand that me as the hearing care provider, I'm not like fighting against you. I'm trying to do things in your best interest, trying to help you, be financially responsible with the care that you take with your devices. It's the same reason why I encourage people to come back in for preventative maintenance, because I know that if they have preventative maintenance done on their hearing aids, that their hearing aids are going to last them longer. They're going to be happier with them for a longer period of time, instead of me just trying to sell them new hearing aids every time that their hearing aids, have some kind of malfunction in them, okay, or their performance starts to decline, right? And it's the same reason why I don't like do these, manufacturer-sponsored events where they send in these closers to come in and just sell a ton of hearing aids, where you make a ton of money, and it's in the manufacturer's best interest because they're selling a lot of aids, and I can understand why they would want to do that. But I am not there to help the manufacturers sell more product. I am here to help you help my patients, achieve their best hearing outcomes and do it in the most financially responsible way as humanly possible without cutting corners or sacrificing my ethics or morals or anything like that. So when the question comes down to, whose team am I on? I am on your team. I'm trying to do everything that I can the best way I possibly can, and I like to think that all of my patients know that. I just think some of them need a little bit more, and I love this patient to death. She is one of my absolute favorite patients, the greatest personality on a human being that you could ever possibly have, and I absolutely look forward to her, to seeing her every time that she comes into my office. And I think that she now knows that I am on her team. I'm there to do things in her best interest and fight for her best interests. And I just wanted to share that with you guys today, because that is something that's really important to me. I know that there are a ton of hearing care professionals out there who are doing this for the right reasons and who would have done the exact same thing. But at the end of the day, I can sleep good at night knowing that I feel like I'm doing what's in the best interest of my teammate, and taking good care of them. So that is all that I have to say for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, I'll see you next week.